Hello wonderful people, thank you all for clicking on this video. I hope you all are doing wonderfully well. Today we are making sugar donuts. This donut recipe is a must-have, trust me. This is super delicious and very easy to prepare. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do subscribe and be part of this beautiful family. Let's get started. So to a bowl, I'm going to add in my 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You can also use plain flour if you want. To that, I'll add in my 2 tablespoons of instant yeast, a salt to taste, nutmeg, and I'll list everything I use in the description box for you to check it out. I then go ahead and add in my pineapple essence and 1 egg. And for the egg, you can omit the white egg if you want, okay? To that, I'm going to add in my salted butter. I'm using 1 tablespoon of that and some sugar, okay? Now, to mix your dough, you're going to need some water, and we're going to need just a little bit of water. Make sure not to use too much water if you don't have excess flour, okay? All right, so mix everything together until the dough comes out from the bowl very nicely. So I'm adding in more water because I didn't add in too much water. It is always advisable to use less water, because using too much water in the beginning of mixing this dough will cause your dough to be watery, and we don't want that, okay? All right, so now look at how nice the dough has come out from the bowl very nicely. Now this sugar donut recipe requires a lot of kneading. The kneading process in this recipe is very important, so we don't want to miss out this process at all, okay? So to my working surface, I'm going to sprinkle flour on my dough and knead for about 20 minutes. Yes, that is why I said the kneading process is very important. Knead until this dough becomes very fluffy, soft and stretchy at the same time. And to my lovely old and new foodie members right here, you guys are too much. High five to everyone. Thank you for liking my video, sharing and commenting. Fam, I am truly grateful. Thank you so much for doing that. So after kneading the dough for about 20 minutes, this is how the dough should look like. It's looking all fluffy and soft at the same time. So now let's press our dough to see if it bounces back. And do you see that? When you press the dough, it bounces back to you, indicating that you have the perfect dough ever, okay? So now into my mixing bowl, I'm going to add just a little bit of oil, spread it out in the bowl very well, and put your donut back in it, because we're going to allow this to rest for about 30 minutes to double in size very well. And make sure to cover your dough very well, okay? So now let's rest this dough until it doubles in size. Alright, so after extra 30 more minutes, the dough has really doubled in size very well. It looks so nice, guys. So I'm going to dip my hand in it to reduce the air a little bit. Now, because we applied some oil to the bowl, it was very easy for me to remove it from the bowl. Next, we're going to remove the dough from the bowl and knead for extra 10 more minutes. And look how soft and smooth and stretchy this dough looks. And if you are still watching this video at this point and you haven't liked this video yet, baby, what are you waiting for? Kindly do like this video for me, and please do turn on the post notification bell as well and be part of this beautiful family. So after kneading the dough for about 10 minutes, it is all ready. So we're going to cut the dough into the sizes that I prefer. Now, if you are making this for business purposes, then I would advise you to measure them to get the exact measurement, okay? This is just homemade. I'll be enjoying this alone, so eyeballing it is just fine for me. Alright, so after getting the desired shapes or sizes that you want, you just have to fold the dough into one direction, just the way I am doing it, to make the sealing process very tight. I'm doing this because I'm not using the donut cutter. If you want to use the donut cutter, you just have to use your rolling pin and roll it out. Then you use your cutter to cut it very nicely, okay? But if you don't have, this is the best way and the easiest way to do it. So after sealing it, I rub it on my working surface to make the sealing process very tight, okay? So now let's set this aside. So next I'm going to get one of the dough like so and use my hand to tap on it to make it a little bit flat. And I'll use the lid from a bottle to create hole in it. Simple and easy as that. Do you love this trick? Yes. This is so easy to make and you don't have any excuse of not making your donut, okay? So now let's repeat this one more time. You insert the lid of a bottle in the middle of your donut, then you cut it. Simple and easy as that. This is looking so perfect and I love how easy you can cut your donut with no stress at all. Alright, so next we're going to line up some tissue papers. You can use parchment papers if you want, it works perfectly fine, okay? Next I'm going to sprinkle flour on the tissue papers and I'm going to put my donut on it to rest for about 30 to 40 minutes, okay? With this way, when it's time to fry, it will not be sticking on the tissue papers at all. So now let's cover this donut for it to rest in a warm place for about 40 minutes. And you see that the donut has really doubled in size very well. So we're going to heat up some oil. Make sure the oil is not very hot because this donut fry easily. We don't want to burn it at all. And you see that the oil is not very hot. That is how you want it. And as soon as it starts to fry, just use your skewer or your spatula to stir until it turns into the perfect golden brown color we're looking for. And when it starts to turn into a golden brown color, just flip it over for the other side to also turn into a perfect golden brown color. Simple and easy as that. Fam, let me know in the comment section what you think about this sugar donut recipe. My family really enjoyed themselves and I hope you're going to give this recipe a try. It's so easy to make and you're going to love it, trust me. And after 5 minutes of frying this on a medium heat, it is nice and golden. So I'm going to get rid of this from the oil and look at how nice it came out. Fam, if you have the ingredients in your kitchen, what are you waiting for? Just get right into it and prepare something like this for your family to also enjoy as well. So we're going to repeat the same process until everything is nice and ready. You make sure the oil is not very hot before you go in with your second batch, okay? Fry until it turns into the perfect golden brown color, just like so. Okay, so after removing all your donuts, we want to go in and coat it with some sugar. Make sure this doesn't cool down because when it cools down, the sugar is not going to coat it very well, okay? So now after coating it, we're going to open our sugar donut to see if it is fluffy, soft and delicious. And trust me, this sugar donuts recipe was super delicious and I hope you're going to give this recipe a try. Do you see that? It looks very delicious, soft inside and very fluffy. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point. And if you've watched this video to this point, that means you are a proud foodie member. And if you haven't turned on the post notification bell, kindly do turn it on and be among the first person to be notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye and stay blessed.